Good morning, everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss in detail about the history, chapter number 5, the medieval period, section 5, reforms of the Alauddin Khilji. So, before getting into this section, we'll understand what is the meaning of the reforms and what all reforms brought by the Alauddin Khilji. So, the meaning of reforms is very simple. Reforms is nothing but a change. What all changes Alauddin Khilji brought after he came to the power. The reforms of Alauddin Khilji can be divided into administrative reforms, military reforms, and revenue reforms. So, as you all know, the Alauddin Khilji came to power in the year 1296. He lost his parents at very young age, so he was brought up by his uncle Jalaluddin Khilji, who was the Sultan of the Delhi. Jalaluddin Khilji brought him up with a lot of affection, love, and care. When Jalaluddin Khilji also married his daughter to Alauddin Khilji and made him the governor of Kara province. Later on, in order to expand the kingdom, Alauddin Khilji went to expansion of the kingdom. He took many contests. His contests can be divided into the north and south contest, which we have already studied in the previous section. The first contest of the Alauddin Khilji was to Devgiri. Without taking the permission of the Sultan, he marched towards the Delhi. There he defeated the king of Devgiri and came back victoriously with lots of gold, precious stone and silver. Here Jalaluddin Khilji was very happy to receive the victorious son-in-law, but and in order to do that he arranged a huge function, but the Alauddin Khilji had a different plans. As soon as he reached the location, he killed his uncle Jalaluddin Khilji and proclaimed himself as the Sultan of Delhi. Later on, after the achievements of South and North contests, like other rulers, Alauddin Khilji also wanted to build a strong and efficient administration system. So, as you all know, the concept of administration was very bold as human civilization, and the word administration is derived from the Latin word ad administrate, which means to serve the people. Now we'll have a look at what all reforms Alauddin Khilji made when he came to power. In that first one, we are going to have a look at administrative reform. As you all know, he was a strong and efficient ruler and wanted to build a strong and efficient administration system. In order to do that, he made a proper plan. Central government was the head of the state. King was in the highest position. King words are law, and king believed in the divine theory and considered himself as the shadow of the god. Later on, he took many measures to prevent the rebellion, like he restricted the matrimonial relation between the officers and the nobles, and he appointed the spies and put a restriction on secret meetings, and also imposed a restriction on gambling and wine. So these all measures he took to prevent the rebellion, and he also built a large, strong, standing army, and revenue system was introduced. Scientific method to measure the land was also introduced by the Khilji in order to collect the proper tax on the land. Later on, jizya, the special tax which was imposed on the non-Muslim. Now we are going to have a look at what are the military reforms. In that first one, as I told you earlier, he was the first king to have a large, strong, standing army. Second one, system of branding horses. Dark system means the Khilji's horse used to have a seal on their back so that we can control the corruption of the horses, so that nobody should take the trained horses and keep the normal horses in the army. In order to prevent this, he introduced the dark system. Dark means a seal which the horse used to have in a pack. Next, there was a register for the soldiers to prevent the corruption. Whenever the soldier used to go out and come in, he used to register his name in the register book. Next, point number 4. Later on, he started paying the salaries in form of cash. Then last one, he also appointed the officer for the recruitment of the soldiers, and also as the in charge of the soldiers. So next one, point number 3, revenue reforms. He introduced this scientific method to measure the land so that he can collect the proper tax on the land, and he also imposed heavy taxes and jizya, the special tax imposed on the non-Muslims. He also increased the salaries of his staff in order to control the corruption, and he also appointed the officers to collect the revenue. So this is all about the reforms of the Alauddin Khilji. I hope you have understood the today's section. If you have any doubts, please be free to ask and comment down your doubts in the comment section. I will definitely clear your doubts in my upcoming section. See you all tomorrow, and please do subscribe to my channel for more interesting topics in the upcoming section.